So I haven't been playing on this server as much because I started playing around with the Technic pack, which has all sorts of cool stuff. Like you can see this building is actually made out of marble and marble brick. I only wish that it had steps and half slabs to go with it, but unfortunately no such luck so far. It's just my living quarters type of thing. It's a little bare because I've been doing most of my work in a different building, which I'll show you in a minute. You know, just got my little mini enchantment set up so I stop losing all my experience when I die. This is effectively a kitchen. There's some new things in here. You can see one here in my toolbar. Tasty sandwich. I made it with guacamole and something and something. What am I having? Like a pork sandwich with guacamole and tomato or something like that. Yes, I like food and games. What's your point? Anyway. Oh. In here? No, it's in the other one. Well, I should point out there's a bunch of different vegetables and things. I've got avocados, oranges, lemons, apples, melon we've already had. There's also the tomato and lettuce and corn, which, well, grows like corn. It grows a lot. I mean, look at this. I'm sitting on this many, and that's if I actually bothered to harvest my farm more often. Oh, this is cotton balls. It's an alternative to having to go hunt for sheep early on if you can manage to find a few cotton seeds. You can plant them. You use 2 balls of cotton together to make a string. You get 2 string out of that, so it's a nice little bit. It makes me happy. It's less things I have to keep track of. Sorry, just dashing the blinks. But sandwiches are great. You can put them in a stack. They're portable. It's an excuse to use up all the bread you'll be having. So that's the living quarters. This is my unfinished fountain thingamajig. I don't even know what I'm doing with that. Oh, this other stuff is basalt because I'm on top of a volcano. Which you can't tell anymore because I've kind of carved at it and other things. Oh, these are the trees for the fruits. Lemon, apple, avocado, orange. Don't mind me. I'm gonna grab the fruits real fast. That I've just cleaned out of my inventory. Ah, derp. So my other one of the other things in the Technic pack puts in a bunch of ruins around the place. I mean, not a bunch, but you see them fairly often. This is how I have a whole building out of moss stone. This is my super farm here. I've got the melons. That's the tomato plant. You just harvest by, and it leaves a plant behind. It's the same thing with the cotton. That's the super corn. And there's also a hybrid wheat seed. So now you have wheat that grows like it's a reed. And you can just, yeah, see, you get a good amount, and it's a lot less space you have to put it in. I mean, this is probably way too much for just me. Of course, you know, the usual reeds, cactus, that kind of thing. Or is that the flag? There's another flax plant that came out of the mods that I planted, but I think it might be slightly borked in the version of the pack I downloaded. Other thing it's got is I left Millenaron, and I have this whole big Mayan village down here on the slopes of the volcano. Alright, I'll jump over here. And yes, they built their watchtower right up into my face because it was technically level enough for them to do that. And that's another volcano back there. I mean, it's interesting. The volcanoes come in different shapes and sizes. The one I'm on's pretty flat, like Mauna Loa or Mauna Kea or something like that. Whereas that one's a more straight up cinder cone, and you can't quite see it from here. There's another one back over that. Oh, we can sort of see it behind the watchtower. But there's another one back there that's more of a standard cone as opposed to, I don't know, what do you want to call that one? Just goes straight up. More height, less width. The village just started out with this one center building that has all the nice gold ornaments and stuff on it. And originally it was pretty much just that building made out of cobble, and then this was all just a flat raised area of dirt. And as I've slowly helped them with projects, they've slowly made it bigger and built other buildings. They had this grove, not the big tree, that's from something else, but this little enclosed area here, which they upgraded to stone. Hold a stone slabs at least. Get around the front of this place. Yeah, but you have neat things like this hall thing, which just happens to go towards the setting sun. Oh, I hate that. It's a deer noise, but it is annoying as hell. I mean, I like having the other creatures wandering around. Oh, there's some turtles there. But that's an annoying noise. Anyway. What the hell? Where did that come from? Okay, I think we have zombies under the lawn. Yes, they have a tree in the middle. No, I don't know why they didn't bother to cut that down. But anyway. So they just slowly build things up over time with these different things. Then eventually gets to the point where they have to gild the palace with all these block things. It's pretty neat, though. You know, I like having... Oh, yeah, and the paneling. I forgot about that. It's a portrait. I figured that much out, at least. That's how they made it. I like it. I haven't had the chance to live near one of the Hindi or Norman villages to see how they built up. I was like, woo, I have volcano. Woo, I have mines. Oh, get out of my face. Hey, look. There's even more fun. Well, see, now I know what this is, because down under there is a dark pit. And I always hear things going past this dark pit. It's supposed to be where the blood spills down from the sacrificial altar here, which is what this is. Of course, that doesn't actually happen in the game, but oh well. Yeah, right. Back up to Maki land, the Maki-Kano. Yes, yes, I hear you. This place is my industrial center. You can't get in the door. So I've got all sorts of things going on here. I'll get to this thing in a minute. That's just my storage space and my recycling trash can. It's one of the cool... What's that? No, that's the extractor. One of the really nice buildings you get is that recycling thing. It lets you throw anything into there. I'm sorry, there's too many moving things and shiny things. Yes, recycler. It makes scrap. You can use scrap for a thing called a matter transformer later, or you can make a scrap box, if I can get enough. Because really, I know how to do this. No. Yes. I want to see if I actually get anything useful out of one of these. Okay, scrap box. So, you know, like the hybrid seeds you saw earlier? This is a good use for all the extra hybrid seeds you're going to get. I got a stick. Great. Yeah, I'll save that for the matter thing if I ever get around to that. So all of this contraption thing is this combination between industrial craft, which gives me the recycler, and buildcraft, which gives me all these different crazy pumps and the engines and things. You throw stuff into that hole up there, it lands on top of obsidian pipe, which doesn't need any power. It automatically sucks anything into a chest. I'll show you another way I use that in a minute. But then this chest, either I can fill it by hand, like I could put these in. You see, they start going down into the recycler, which starts processing them, and maybe you get scrap, maybe you don't. Oh, there you go. The wood-looking ones on the side are used to extract stuff, and then it can just deliver it, boop, right into the chest. So you take that simple concept and you apply it to processing ore. I'll go back out to the top so I can start explaining that thing. I'll explain my other things in a minute too. So, stereo zombies. Shit. I always forget the gap. Okay, so you make a lot of different pipes with Buildcraft. One of them is a diamond pipe that you can use to sort things. So in this case, this ore goes here, that ore goes there. After you've been loading it up in the chest. And I have this thing here. I have it's turned off at the moment, but if I If I dug up a bunch of ore and I want to process, like I just toss it in the chest, flip the switch, the diamond pipe automatically sorts it into each of these macerators. So this white block is under here. What that does is it grinds the ore up into dust. So you get 2 dust from 1 ore, but when you send it even to a normal furnace, the dust becomes an ingot. So you get twice as many ingots for the same amount of ore. So I have it set. I forgot the gap again. So I set it up so they collect. There's a cool, yeah, it comes out of one, goes to the other, comes down here to an induction furnace, which is neat because you can put, just to show you, you put 2 stacks in at the same time. And with this heat indicator, the hotter it is, the faster it runs. If I put that whole chest full of ore and start this thing, by the time the first stuff, you know, the first couple of batches go through, it's just spitting out ingots like crazy. I don't actually want you to start heating up. Sorry. But I have to. And then I suck it away from those into another chest that delivers ingots. In this case, not just ingots. Because I can just come down here and manually toss stone or sand into the furnace, and then it just auto extracts out to this chest. And all of this is run on power, because I have not replaced it yet. Well, normally I have a geothermal generator sitting here. And thanks to the Buildcraft pipes, I can pipe lava up to a little station here. This is a... which one is this from? This is from Buildcraft. But it's a really neat automated crafting table. I've set up the pattern already for it to take a lava bucket and empty cell and make me a lava cell, which makes it easy to transfer into the geothermal generator, and you have less chance to spill the damn thing. We've all spilled a lava bucket at some point. So I just fill... See, it will suck from chests that are right next to it. So all I have to do is sit here and keep filling up these buckets, and when it starts to go, and I've got the lever there to turn it on and start moving. As soon as you fill all the buckets up. You start with the buckets filled, and you fill buckets as it goes. It takes, amazingly, the bucket does not leave the chest. Somehow the lava, only the lava, is sucked out. I'm not quite sure how that works, how it does it. So I just have to keep filling the buckets. I've got the cells right back there. And then when I, you know, and when I start putting it together, just flip the switch and I get lava cells out this end. Fill the thing up, walk away. And that goes into the generator, which isn't here at the moment. Excuse me. But you see this other wire that's going out of my power level thing here, which holds a lot of power. This is how I power everything in this getup. And the gold wire goes to the 2 things, the 2 induction furnaces that need it, and then there's a couple of step-down transformers here that turn it into the lower power that's needed for all the other stuff. Just one more thing there in the back.